The San Francisco 49ers are shopping for a new GM and head coach, and it's up to owner Jed York to get it right this time. We've gone over whether or not he can do it. So now, what are his options at general manager? What up, sports fans? I'm Paulo Camacho, and you're watching the Macho Sports Report. 49ers owner Jed York, in lieu of firing himself, fired both his head coach Chip Kelly and his longtime GM Trent Baalke on January 2nd. The slate is wiped clean, and Jed needs to get this right, not only for his own reputation, but for the good of the team and its fan base. First, he needs a GM that will help rebuild the red and gold while creating a relatively harmonious atmosphere within the organization. So, who's out there? For the position of general manager, there are a few intriguing names. One that sticks out is ESPN analyst Louis Riddick. He's publicly expressed interest in working with the 49ers, and his diverse experience in both the scouting world and the sports media realm could help shape a well-balanced roster for the future. He had been an executive in the personnel and scouting departments on various NFL teams over the course of 13 years, and has spent the last 3 years on the worldwide leader. Not to mention, he has some very pointed views on high-level coaching in the NFL. Namely, the disparity between good and bad coaching staffs is huge. That might help the 49ers weed out the best coaching staff possible for the team. Another intriguing name at the GM position is Nick Caserio, New England Patriots Director of Player Personnel since 2008 and on the team since 2001. He's overseen a modern dynasty with the Pats as a key personnel guy and could bring that philosophy to a roster in desperate need of cohesive talent. He could also deliver offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels as the next head coach, and Jimmy Garoppolo as their next franchise signal caller. The only downside, there are no indications he would want to leave the confines of Foxborough. York could also look at the team's most bitter rival for a possible new general manager. Trent Kirshner has been the Seahawks co-director of player personnel since 2010, and Scott Fitterer has had the same position since 2015. The latter has been responsible for the team's stellar track record in the draft, with finds like Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, and Russell Okung. That's something the 49ers desperately need, considering their recent draft struggles. Plus, if they can land either executive, it's taking away from their main division rival. Always a plus. The 49ers could also tap into the highly coveted Wolf scouting tree. The Packers' Elliott Wolf is on the Red and Gold's radar. He's been with Green Bay since 2004 and was recently promoted to Director of Football Operations. Now remember, this is all a preliminary list of people the 49ers are looking at, and there's a good chance some of them don't want to work with Jed York. But if any of them are options, why not look at them? If you ask me, if either Riddick or Caserio are ready and willing to join the team, you sign them as soon as possible. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? If you had the choice, who would you take for the 49ers' next general manager? Leave your responses in the comment section below. I'm Paulo Camacho, and you've been watching the Macho Sports Report. Peace out, sports fans!